Hey guys, my name is Dean. Welcome to Manful Yoga. In this video, I'm going to be showing you one of the most effective exercises for building upper back and shoulder strength, and this is the negative pull-up. Now, you might be wondering why a yoga channel is making a video about negative pull-ups, something other than yoga. And the reason is because not all I do is yoga, and I'm quite vocal about that. I think that in order to have the most effective training routine you need to incorporate elements of different types of fitness. It's important not to be sandbagged into one type of fitness or ignoring the results in favor of trying to stick to one particular method. So I use negative pull-ups. I've noticed incredible growth in a very short amount of time using negative pull-ups. The other reason why negative pull-ups are so effective, apart from experience, is because negative pull-ups allow you to do much more than you would if you were just doing normal pull-ups. When you do a normal pull-up, there's a certain point where you can't do any more. But on the negative aspect of the pull-up, when you're lowering yourself down from the top of a pull-up, you can do that way more times. You can do that so many more times than you can do a full range concentric, eccentric, isometric, and eccentric pull-up. So that's why the negative pull-up is so effective, because it helps you build more strength because it doesn't require as much energy. So once you reach that point of fatigue, you can keep going and keep demanding more of your muscles to provoke a greater growth response. So I'm going to show you a normal pull-up and then kind of explain why this is so effective. So in a normal pull-up, right, I'm going to start at a dead hang. I'm going to pull up all the way, and I'm going to get my chest as close to the bar as I can, and then slowly release down. Now, I can probably do, let's just say for average, maybe you can do 10 pull-ups. Now you can definitely do 10 pull-ups like I just showed you here, but you can do way more negative pull-ups, right? Because it's much easier for you to just lower yourself down from here, right, than it is to actually do a full pull-up. So by using the negative pull-ups, we can put more stress on our bodies and provoke a greater response. So the way to do a negative pull-up, this is what we're going to do. Some people can jump up to the pull-up. I wouldn't recommend that unless you're very confident in yourself, unless you can easily do a minimum of at least 15 pull-ups, strict form pull-ups, no momentum, no swinging, full extension of the arms at the bottom. So the other way to do it, and this is the safer way, and this is the way that I would recommend doing it, especially as you get more tired and your form starts to go away, is using a chair or walking up to the top of the pull-up. Right? So fortunately, this tool here has something I can stand on. So I'm going to stand up on this. I'm going to get to the top of the pull-up. I want to make sure that my shoulders are pulled down and back. So before I even lift my feet away from the ground, before my support leaves me, I want to make sure that my shoulders are down and back all the way, and that I'm at the midpoint of the pull-up totally. All right. So I'm going to make sure that my elbows are squeezing in. I'm pulling my shoulders down and back. I can feel my lats engaged. I can feel my rhomboids engaged, so those muscles between my shoulder blades. And everything in my back is engaged. My arms are tight. My arms are engaged as well. And I'm opening up my chest. Now, with all this engagement in place, I'm going to slowly bring my feet in, hold here briefly, and then slowly release my body down toward the ground. Full extension, dead hang, and then release. And then I'm going to stand back up and do it again. So again, let's walk through that one more time. Standing up, getting to the top of the pull-up, that midpoint, pulling my elbows in, getting my chest as big as possible, pulling my shoulders down and back. I'm going to feel my lats engaging, feel my rhomboids engaging, feel my triceps, feel my arms, my biceps engaging, and then slowly drawing my feet in, maintaining this position, and then slowly releasing my upper body toward the ground into that dead hang position, and then releasing. So now, how do you incorporate this into your workout? There's a few different ways to do this. So if you can't do, let's say you can't do 10 full pull-ups yet, then for you, I would start doing this at the beginning of the workout. I would do a series of maybe 10 by 3 or 8 by 3. pull-ups. So you're doing 3 sets of 8 negative pull-ups. The way that I do this is I use them at the end of my normal pull-ups. So my normal full range of motion strict pull-ups, I'll finish this set here, right? I'll probably do 3 by 10 or like 3 by 12 or something like that. And then at the end of those, I'll switch to negative because my muscles are really tired by that point. I probably can't do another set, probably can't do a 4th set without many breaks. So what I'm going to do instead is switch to negative, and that's when I can really push myself to the max because I'm already tired, but I can get more out of my muscles by focusing on the negative, the eccentric pull-up, instead of focusing on the full pull-up. And so that's that. So this is one of the best ways that you can build upper back and shoulder strength. If most of what you do is yoga, or if what all of you do is yoga, I would recommend doing pulling exercises at least twice per week. So pull-ups is one great way to do that. If you're just starting off with pull-ups and you're not used to doing them yet, 1 workout per week might be enough. But the importance of doing pull-ups in relation to yoga is because most of what yoga is pushing exercises. Okay, we're doing a lot of pushing and plank, a lot of pushing into an up dog, right? A lot of pushing as we lower ourselves down into the low plank position, but we don't do any pulling exercises. There's no way for you to mimic external resistance with pulling with just your body weight and no equipment. So when we use a bar, right, something that we can pull on, then we're going to get that pulling exercise that we need to help balance out our back and our shoulders. Otherwise, without that, you're going to be overloading the front side of your body, and that can lead to injury. It's also going to lead to poor posture because we're just working on the muscles on the front side of the body. These muscles are getting tighter. These muscles in the back aren't staying tight, and they're not staying so the chest doesn't stay as open. So working on your upper back strength, on your shoulder strength through pulling exercises is not only going to help you prevent injury in your shoulders, but it's also going to help you improve your posture. It's going to help you build bigger traps, bigger lats, a bigger back, bigger shoulders, bigger upper back, and it's just going to make you stronger in general. So that's that. That is the negative pull-up. If you're not doing negative pull-ups, I highly recommend incorporating them into your workout routine somehow. Again, the ways that I mentioned is doing them at the end of after you've done your sets of normal pull-ups, if you're already doing pull-ups. And if you aren't doing pull-ups regularly because you just hate pull-ups or you're not good at them, start off with doing negative pull-ups. You're going to build strength more quickly than you would think, and you're going to be able to do full pull-ups as a result of those negative pull-ups if you just stick with them and keep trying. So thanks again for watching. Again, my name is Dean. This is Manflow Yoga. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like the video if you found it useful. Subscribe if you'd like to learn more about how to improve your fitness, both with yoga and with other types of exercise. Again, I get this question a lot. What do I do in addition to yoga, or is yoga all I do? 75% of what I do is yoga. So 75% of the time that I am exercising, I am doing yoga. The other 25%, I will do pull-ups probably once or twice per week. I go swimming. I only go for like 10, 15 minutes a week, maybe once or twice per week, not very often. I do squats, so I will do weighted squats, and I'll do weighted deadlifts. And those are the exercises that I'm doing right now. Pull-ups, deadlifts, squats, and then again, all yoga with the other stuff, and a little bit of swimming. Sometimes I go running, but not frequently enough to consider it part of a normal part of my routine. And so that's that. So thanks again for watching. Subscribe. I put out lots of content on a very regular basis. Everything is designed to inform and inspire. So to give you the information you need to get stronger, and also the inspiration to get up, do your workout, and keep doing it on a consistent basis. If you want to get my free 7-day intro to Manflow Yoga, go to manflowyoga.com/intro. You can get a free 7-day program to teach you how yoga can improve your fitness, focusing on specific body parts, so stuff like core, hips, posture, strengthening your shoulders, that kind of thing. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for joining me for this workout today. Make sure you subscribe. We put out lots of videos like this on a very regular basis. And to get full access to all of my workouts, my programs, tutorials, and more, head to manfulyoga.com, sign up for a 7-day trial. It's just $1. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.